Eyewitness News this morning.
Good morning, everyone. You're looking at a live picture of New Haven. You can see kind of a shot of the courthouse on this dark morning. Yeah, 5:30, 32 degrees outside, kind of chilly, but it is going to warm up later on this week. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, March 6th. I'm Ellee.
And I'm Sundlun in today for David Nelson, who's feeling a little bit under the weather. It is 5:30, as we said, and Bruce DePrest is going to have your weather on the threes coming up just a few minutes at 5:33.
Nice to have you here, by the way,
Thank
Tara.
you, Ellie. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Lots to talk about this morning, but first, let's take a look at our top stories.
This morning, there are health concerns at a West Hartford high school. A routine physical revealed one student has contracted tuberculosis. Now others have to be screened for the potentially deadly disease. Channel 3's Shari Sadeh has the story.
Inject about 0.1 cc.
Students at Condit High School in West Hartford will be taking this test next week for tuberculosis.
We'll mark it.
The skin test is being offered free of charge after an unidentified student tested positive for the potentially fatal disease.
Quite frankly, I don't know that much about TB, although I know that it can be deadly, and I just want him to take all the precautions that he can now.
Bonnie Gajewski came to Condit Tuesday afternoon to drop off a permission slip so her son can be tested. TB is a lung disease. Primary symptoms include coughing and fever. If caught early, TB can be treated with antibiotics. Health officials say parents should not be alarmed.
At no time was this particular individual ever under any kind of, had any kind of symptoms whatsoever. So really the risk of passing on any kind of bacteria to other people is very low.
Letters were sent out to parents last week informing them of the diagnosis.
One letter being sent was to those people who have had close contact with the individual, and stating that we felt that they needed to be tested.
Parents of about 25 students received that letter. The letter sent to the rest of the students told parents, your child was not identified as being a close contact. However, the health district is offering a TB skin test free of charge at Condit High School on March 11th and March 12th.
I feel it's very important that even if he hasn't been in contact, it's offered, and I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Shari Sadeh, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
It is now 5:32. California Congressman Gary Condit has lost the California Democratic primary in his district. Condit had been very popular in California's Central Valley, but voters could not get past the scandal surrounding Condit and missing intern Chandra Levy. Condit ended up giving a concession speech last night at his home.
It's been a great opportunity to be in public service and represent them in Washington, D.C., and I'll never forget it. And I'm going to work hard the remaining time that I have there and do everything that I can do to make the Valley a better place to be.
Condit was defeated by Dennis Cardoza, a state assemblyman who used to be a Condit aide. Condit will continue to hold his seat in Washington until January.
Now, weather on the threes. Here's Bruce DePrest from the Doppler 3000 Weather Center.
Good morning, everybody. It's 5:33. You may run into a flurry or a snow shower this morning, but it's all the process of warming up, and that's going to get underway today. It's already warmer out there. Let's check out your forecast first. We're looking at New Haven, the Center Church, and here is your forecast first. Inland, a cloudy start. There could be a snow shower. 32 degrees, and then partial clearing this afternoon, 47. This afternoon should be brighter than this morning. The shoreline forecast, cloudy, a flurry possible, 36 this morning, partly sunny, breezy, and 48 for this afternoon. Here is Doppler 3000, and it is picking up some snow in eastern Connecticut, but a lot of this may be falling aloft. Check in on the southern portion of the state, right around Chester and Deep River, and there could be a few light snowflakes in the air right now. Some places could get a dusting this morning. Other locations may not see anything at all. Temperatures have already warmed up. We don't have teens out there this morning. It's in the 20s and 30s. 22 in Salisbury, Torrington is 26, Waterbury 29, Enfield is 30, so is Storrs, and the warm spot in the state is Groton at 39. Here's your forecast for today. A morning flurry, then partial clearing this afternoon, becoming breezy and highs 45 to 50. We're going to do a lot better than that tomorrow and over the next few days. I'll have your 5-day forecast coming up at 5:43. You're going to like to see those numbers.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you very
nice.
much, Bruce. Right now it is 5:34. After the Chad debacle in Florida, voting may change right here in Connecticut.
For the first time, voters in Bethel tried out new optical scan ballots for the Democratic Town Committee primary yesterday. Voters use a pencil to fill in little ovals next to the candidates they want to win, and then a machine scans and records their choices. Several Connecticut towns and cities are trying out different systems as the state works to upgrade its voting technology.
Score one for the American steel industry. President Bush is imposing tariffs on steel imports in order to give domestic steel makers a shot in the arm. The president says he'll impose tariffs of anywhere from 8 to 30% on imported steel. Some people say the tariffs will force consumers to pay a little more for products like cars and appliances.
This may raise the price of an automobile in the short term $40 to $60.
It will mean a leveling of the playing field. It will allow us to restore some pricing that has been eroded.
China, Japan, South Korea, the Ukraine, and Russia will be hit hardest by the tariffs. Countries that have free trade with the U.S., including Canada and Mexico, will be exempt.
Christy. It was a sizzling night on the ice at the Hartford Civic Center. Christy Yamaguchi, Tara Lipinski, and host of Olympic and national champions performed in the Target Stars on Ice. The all-new production is in the middle of a 61-city tour.
Looks like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd love to go see that.
It is now 5:36. Lots more ahead this morning.
Including Pope John Paul II is canceling public appearances over the next few weeks due to health problems. We'll have that story when we come back.
You're watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News this morning with Ellie Hong, David Nelson, Bruce DePrest, and Scott Haney. This is Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. In our next hour, we'll tell you what's ahead for a historic building in Hartford now that boxing promoter Don King has sold his share of it. Welcome back, everyone. Time now 5:39. Thanks for being with us. Right now, Pope John Paul II is following the word of his doctors and canceling several appearances over the next 2 weeks.
The Holy Father has been suffering from a painful arthritic knee. Last Sunday, he appeared short of breath at times as he read a homily. He needs to conserve his strength for his busy Easter week schedule later on this month. The Pope turns 82 in May. A follow-up now on last week's deadly tugboat sinking near the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland. The owner of the sunken tugboat has now filed a lawsuit claiming negligence by the second tug, which is owned by a New Haven company, Buchanan Marine. The two tugs were both pulling a barge through the fog when the first one struck a freighter and went down, taking the lives of 4 crewmen. The suit says a New Haven crew failed to maintain a proper lookout.
Time now 5:39, and let's take a look at the Timesaver traffic and weather on the 3s. Those are coming up right after the break.
And coming up ahead on the Health Beat this morning, how you might prevent prostate cancer with tomatoes.
Plus, a minor setback makes a big mess on the Space Shuttle Columbia. We'll have those stories when we return.
Good morning, everybody. Some of you may run into a few flakes of snow this morning, but everybody will feel warmer temperatures the next few days. The 5-day forecast, 5:43.
Welcome back, everyone. Time now 5:42. We're going to get a check on your morning commute.
Rachel Lutzker has that from the Channel 3 Timesaver Traffic Center this morning. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning, Ellie and Carol. We're off to a great start this morning with no problems to report. So we'll start off and take a live look at really a very light ride in Hartford so far. Traveling along I-84 westbound traffic moving towards us here out by 48 Asylum Street. You'll find no problems in from East Hartford. Same thing along the eastbound side in from West Hartford. Along 91 north and south, a smooth commute here out by the 84 interchange with no additional delays. And same thing as we move 91 heading into New Haven. Still very quiet into the 95 merge. Southbound traffic moving towards us there, northbound away from the camera. Very few cars on the road. And same thing along exit 48 as we move along 95 heading into New Haven and up and over the Q Bridge with no problems there. Southbound continues to look good heading in through Fairfield County as well. We'll head over to Bruce DePrest now and take a check on the Wednesday forecast.
Now, weather on the 3s with Bruce DePrest.
It is 5:43. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, everybody. And we are looking at warmer weather that's starting to move into the area for today. Let's check out your forecast first. And that warming up process usually means some clouds, and I think we'll get off to a cloudy start. You can see we're looking from Channel 3 over toward the crosswalk that leads over to the Connecticut River in downtown Hartford. Cloudy this morning, 32. You might even run into a few flakes of snow. nothing significant. A few places may get a dusting, and I mean may. This afternoon, a little brighter. It's going to be breezy around 47. The shoreline forecast, cloudy, perhaps a flurry this morning, 36 degrees, 48 this afternoon with partial clearing. All right, Doppler 3000 is picking up some snow, mainly aloft in southern and eastern Connecticut. Again, if anything is reaching the ground, it's very, very light. Some towns could get a little bit of a dusting this morning, and that's about it. Checking out 3Live WeatherNet, we've already warmed up. Hartford is up to 33 to 34 degrees. Yesterday, we were 10 degrees colder at this hour. The dew point is 22, and we got the southerly wind going, and that's the southerly breeze that's going to send milder air our way. Well, pretty much between now and the end of the week. It's 22 in Salisbury, that's the cold spot, 26 in Torrington, 29 in Waterbury. Enfield is 29. Everybody else is 30 or higher, including 33 in Meriden and Norwich. New Haven is 35, and Groton with a wind off the water, 39 degrees. Now, regional radar is picking up a few snow showers in eastern Connecticut and also snow showers across New York State. A lot of this is going to pass by to our north, but we'll get clipped with a few snow showers as we head on through this morning. And again, a few spots could get a dusting of snow. Snow extends all the way back across the Great Lakes. This big band of clouds is associated with the boundary, the edge of some very cold air and mild air. It separates the two. You can see Chicago is 24, Minneapolis is 21, Bismarck is 6. But you get to the south of that front, and Kansas City is 45, and it's 40 degrees in Memphis. Dallas is 48. And the warm air is what is going to win out around here over the next couple of days. So tomorrow's forecast map shows the leading edge of the cold air to our north. We'll be in the mild air. That front is going to sink south tomorrow, and then it's going to head back north on Friday. So we pretty much stay in the warm air. Here's your forecast for today. I'm looking at a morning flurry, partial clearing this afternoon. Highs 45 to 50 later on today. It's going to get rather breezy out there. Tonight, partly cloudy and not too cold, 30 to 38. Tomorrow looks like a partly sunny, mild day, highs in the 50s. And Friday, we could very well hit 60 degrees and low 60s on Saturday. Sunday starts out with morning showers and mild temperatures, then windy and turning colder. How about that for a roller coaster ride?
Sounds good. I like the upright into the 63-degree temperature.
You're going to love it.
Yeah. All
and
right.
Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Back to warm weather for her.
That's right.
All right. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Okay.
It is now 5:46. Now, if you can't get away to the sun, don't feel so bad. People in Florida aren't doing much better than us.
No, they're not. Floridians are trading in the flip-flops for woolens. The Sunshine State is actually pretty frosty right now. Cold air and high winds makes it feel like it's in the 30s there. Ellie, maybe Mother Nature will send some of their 80-degree weather right up here.
Hopefully, we'll take that. It is now 5:47. Police in central Michigan have arrested a man who allegedly shot and killed his ex-wife and 2 other people in a courthouse parking lot. It happened in the small town of Mount Pleasant yesterday morning, about 60 miles north of Lansing. The 3 victims were headed to a probate hearing at the time. After the shooting, the man barricaded himself inside his home. Officers ended up entering his home and arresting him after a standoff that lasted several hours.
The star defense witness in the Andrea Yates murder trial took the stand in Texas yesterday. A psychiatrist testified Yates believed she had to kill her children to save them from Satan. Then on the stand for only a few minutes, Yates' mother, Karen Kennedy, broke down, telling the jury Andrea was a wonderful mother. The defense plans to rest. Closing arguments may happen by the end of this week.
More accusations of sexual misconduct against priests in the Boston Archdiocese. 2 priests that worked at Boston College High School in the 1970s and 80s have been accused of molesting students. 3 men are accusing Francis McManus and James Talbot of abuse when they attended the school. A BC High School spokesperson says no complaints were filed against either of the 2 priests in the past 20 to 30 years.
Didn't your clients say anything 20 years ago when this was going on?
The people that I represent, let's take one gentleman for example, absolutely thought that no one would believe him.
Father McManus has been suspended from St. Luke's Hospital in New Bedford. A statement from the hospital said he was well-liked and respected by staff and patients. Father Talbot currently lives in a retirement home for priests in Weston, Massachusetts.
Time now 5:49 this Wednesday morning.
Lots more ahead. The popular Learning Channel on cable is using a local hospital for one of its hit shows.
And a new study says more Americans are smoking pot.
But first, let's take a look at last night's winning lottery numbers. Play 3686.
Play 4, 2085.
Cash 5, we've got 4, 7, 12, 27, and 30.
Classic Lotto, 2, 13, 20, 30, 36, and 37.
Mass daily numbers, we've got 6, 0, 1, 3.
And the Mass Cash, 3, 18, 22, 24, 26.
And the big game, we've got 13, 17, 37, 49, 50, and the big money ball is 36. Good luck.
Ellie and I will be right back.
At Channel 3 and Battiston's, we know every family has their own vacation personality. She wants to hug and play. He wants to wine and dine. She wants romance and dance. He just wants to swim and splash. So how do you please everyone? Disney Cruise Line. That's why we want to give you a chance to win a Disney cruise for 4. Just stop by any Battiston's location to register to win a 7-night Disney Cruise Line vacation. For the location nearest you, log on to Battiston.com. Disney Cruise Line, the vacation everyone in the family loves.
Good morning, everyone. 5:50 on this Wednesday morning. Let's head outside for a live look at 84 by the Asylum Ave exit. We've got your Timesaver traffic report coming up.